Shukor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Umintri ka Sorkar jela uba wailat miki shela ulapen bana yaki katu kat ne kimat ha kaba ka Sorkar kaladep ban minjur bad dep ban rai ha ka jingilang kan hun mintri habayo banikren bad kin nongtho khobor ha ka baidei bad ki katu kat ne ngut kin Nongtrei Adhoc balathung shwa kalai phuai tri uno opera arhajar nyo ki bahap ru ha ka third batch uba wailat uloong ba ha ka ne ka sin kin Nongtrei Adhoc ki bawan ban mi ban le ya ka regularization ki don kumba khandai pu prangut ki bana ki tanat ba pher bat pentip ba kumba san pusan ngut ai ki kenthop na ka tanat ka kot ka khya shu ha ka bai dei bat kamat halor ka jingpen kala ka Assam excise rule umintri ka Sorkar jila uloong ba ka ni ka de ka jingpen kala ya ka bai rung nabar ka jila ya ki mar da ka ba penshai baha ka jing shisha ka de arpusan tingka shilitar bat menta ka Sorkar jila kala rai ban pen kiyo sha ka lai pau tingka shilitar ha ka bai dei pat halor kamat bawan ra ya ka jing itho ya ka state fish ha ka jila Meghalaya uba wailat uloong baka Sorkar kalarai ban pen itho ya ka chocolate mashir ne ka khasau kum ka state fish da ka babendrap baka niru karai lale ha ka rukom ban pen ne pen sa ban kintiu ya ka jet dokha thaba phai pat halor kamat ban don da ka land bank lane ki jaka bandi ne ban pen roi ha ka lawei ha ki than garo hills ka bakan thop ha Rongal Grey East Garo Hills District ka Sorkar kalathi eka jaka kumba khandai phulai ponsan ekar ha ka dor ka bahnyo klor tingka bat ha Medi Pathar North Garo Hills kumba arphun rio ekar ka jaka ha ka dor ka balai pon khandai klor tingka uba wailat ulapan shai ba kumba ka Sorkar ka nang mi kisngi kadang penmi bun tiliki project ka ban pensuk ekipat ba ka Sorkar ka thmu ban penyar ya ka roi ka par hapo ka jila.
Good evening to all of you who are present here today. I would just like to brief the agenda taken in today's cabinet. So there are 16 formal agendas taken today. I'll just read them first one by one. The first agenda is amendment of transit rule under the section 40 and 41 of the Meghalaya Forest Regulation 1973, Assam Regulation number 7 of 1891 as adopted and amended by the state of Meghalaya. The second agenda is adoption of service rule for officials of the Meghalaya Drug Testing Laboratory. Number 3 is declaration of the chocolate masir Neolisochilus hexagonolepis as the state fish of Meghalaya. The fourth agenda is regularization of ad hoc employees appointed before the 31st of December 2007. This is the third batch. The fifth agenda is the proposal for purchase of land at Rongal Grey East Garo Hills District for creation of land bank. Agenda number 6 is a proposal for purchase of land at North Garo Hill District for creation of land bank. Agenda number 7 is extension of service in respect of Shri Ram Mohan Mishra, IAS retired and executive chairman of the Meghalaya State Investment Promotion Board. The agenda number 8 is extension of service in respect of Shri Hector Mawin, IAS retired, additional chief secretary to the government of Meghalaya and chairman of the Meghalaya Sustainable Development Council. Agenda number 9 is amendment of the Meghalaya Building Bylaws 2021 as amended for special project category. Agenda number 10 is extension of service tenure of Shri Kanpham Bor Walang, Superintendent Engineer, Directorate of Urban Affairs, Government of Meghalaya. And the agenda number number 11 is amendment rule of 375 Assam Excise Rule 1945 as adapted by the Meghalaya levy of special duty on bottle of origin. Number 12 is approval for escalation of cost of sport infrastructure. Agenda number 13 is revised estimate of New Shillong Water Supply Scheme Phase 1. And the agenda number 12 is the amendment of Rule 41A of the Meghalaya Distillery Rule Assam Distillery Rule 1945 as adapted and amended by Meghalaya. So these are the agendas of to this cabinet. In ad hoc employee, this time the numbers which came to us for the regularization is 98.
And they are from which
There are different departments, but majorly it was from the health department. It was all other department, but majorly I think around 55 of them were from the health department.
How is the financial involvement?
No, the financial, because see, this is the you should understand. This is they are already working on the sanction post, so they are already drawing scale pay, everything as a government employee. But it's just that the appointment was during that time was not accordingly. So that's why this time there is no financial implication. We are just regularizing them.
Well, this agenda number 11, this amendment to Assam excise rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can tell us about this, as Meghalaya levy, you read it about this details. You can tell us.
This is actually the revision of the import pass fee on the import of ENA extra neutral alcohol from outside the state. So usually it was 25 rupees per bulk liter. Now we have increased it to 30 rupees per bulk liter.
So, how will be the revenue, means benefit in terms of revenue for the state?
No, definitely, because as I already mentioned, it is from 25 rupees per bulk liter, so it will be 30. So definitely there will be an increase in
But what is the import quantity in the state from outside the state?
As of now, I cannot give you the exact I think the number, because I don't have the all the details with me. But I think it will be definitely it is we did this in order to improve the revenue generation in the state.
It will affect the individual consumers.
No, it should not be.
Talking about the fisheries department.
Yeah, fisheries department, there is one agenda which came because actually, as you all know, that till now we're in our state of Meghalaya, we don't have a state fish. Where if you take in other part of the country, almost 20, I think out 22 states have already declared some fish as their state fish. So we thought that we'll declare this chocolate masir, which I think in Khasi, which we commonly call is khasau. So we declare this khasau as the state fish. So we did this as we like for conservation from the conservation point of view as well.
Where this fish means, which areas?
No, it's fine all over the state. That's why we take it as a state fish.
It's edible fish.
Yeah, it's edible fish.
So you want to promote it, or what is the purpose?
It's like, yeah, we want to promote it and at the same time we want to conserve it.
So, can you tell us how much land is being acquired for this land bank at
Yeah.
Garhwals and North Garhwals, and what is the intention of creating this land bank?
So usually, as you all know, for the government is day by day it's coming up with many projects, and then as we all know that we already start with other district also, where we want to have the mini secretariat, where we want to bring the administration closer at one place where people it will be easy accessible for the people, and other things we are expanding. So we have realized that with other district as well, that we every time we want to come up with any project where the main issue we are facing with the availability of land. And when we go, because it's very difficult to, even now, as you know, that it's very difficult to get land free of cost. So that's why the government thought that it's very important that we should have land in hand. Maybe in the coming days we need to build a hospital, we need to build a school or a university and other things. So that's why we have come up with this two proposal from two district. That is, first one is Rongal Grey, East Garo Hills district. And then the land we are acquiring here is 93.59 acres of land, and with the cost of 7 crores. If we go for this is a direct purchase. If we go by the land acquisition, according to the revenue department, it should have cost us 10.35 crores. But by direct purchase, we are getting at 7.07 crores. That is with the East Garo Hills, and with the North Garo Hills, the land is in Mandipathar area. It is 26 acre of land. It is 6.7 kilometer from Songsak Mandi road, and this is also a direct purchase. The amount here is 3.9 crores. That is a direct purchase price, and if we go by the land acquisition, it would have cost us 5.7 crores. So these are the two lands which we have purchased, and this is purely in the intention, where we will where for the future infrastructure. Lok Sabha, definitely we are I think in the final stage of a talk, so definitely we'll have a candidate. So I'll just urge our friend from press to please bear with us just 1 or 2 days. So definitely you will get the news.
Coming to
Sir, on 7th you are having meeting, right?
Yeah,
Executive general.
general executive meeting. Yeah,
So on that day only you are announcing.
that is the plan. Yeah.
okay, coming to the overall BJP's presence in the assembly polls, the West Bengal Assembly, whether this will reflect after 18 months here,
Pardon? Can you
whether
come back
NPP
again?
will be wiped out here by the BJP.
That too, I think it's not what to say. I cannot give any comment on that, because as you know that in politics it is depend on the mandate of the people. So I think what I can understand, and from what I've seen, I feel that the people are still trusting us under the able leadership of our honorable chief minister. And I think like everyone cannot deny that the kind of development which is coming in this past few years under the leadership of our chief minister and both the deputy chief minister. So I'm fully confident that people will definitely will be with us and will give us the opportunity to serve them even in the future.
Well, BJP has maintained that 2028 will see the BJP-led government in the state. So do you see?
I don't know, because we have different perspective at it. So definitely for them, I don't know, they have their own way of looking at it. But according to me, I think it's I won't say it cannot be possible, but it is challenging, because especially a state a state as Meghalaya, where we have seen that even right now, even the two members of BJP who are in the assembly, and then even those also they won because of their personal capacity. It's not because of the party. Because in Meghalaya, I have seen that it is not party politics; it is individual politics. So it's depend that what candidate they gonna bring in. So I think that will matter more.
So, is Rajin Salma the next Rajya Sabha MP?
No, the discussion is still on. So no doubt his name has come up. So, but I think it's up to the party high command to sit and finalize on that.
How many names has come up, sir?
As of now, there are 4-5 names have come up, which I think it's not it's very soon for me to share. So I think because it's like I said, it's up to the party high command to sit and decide.
By when NPP party high command likely to announce this Rajya Sabha candidate name?
Right now, I think it's I cannot comment on that, because we have not called a meeting on that. So I think it will be soon enough before time.
So it appears that there are some demands from Garo Hills MLAs that the seat for the Rajya Sabha should go to a Garo village side. Is it true, sir? What are your plans?
No, see, it's like definitely the different area will have their different way of thinking. So definitely, I think it's since there is a single seat of Rajya Sabha in the state, so definitely all the region would want. So I think it's not it won't be new or surprising. I think even from the Jaintia also would want that the MP will be from Jaintia or Khasi, or that will be there. But it is up to the party high command to decide whom the party see fit to send to Delhi and to raise our issue of the state.
Also, sir, one thing I just wanted to ask, is Dr. Mukul Salma joining NPP anytime?
Pardon?
Is Dr. Mukul Salma joining the NPP anytime, sir?
No. I mean, like I cannot comment on that. I mean, like I don't have any report or anything. But as you know, in politics, anything can happen.
So on Khasi Garo official status, where does
yeah.
Nar fit in here?
But see, right now, Panar is like, because it is still the no doubt the district council have asked for the alphabet from the district council. I think it is still with the governor. So unless the governor assent, the alphabet, I think it's too early for the people from Giant Hills to come up for any language. But since you bring in the issue of language, I was so happy and I almost completely miss it. But I think this today is a cabinet is a kind of a historic one where the agenda note is on 3 different language. So I have the agenda note of in Khasi also. Yes, here you can see Kimat Bakongsan formal item. This is a agenda note of today's cabinet where it is in Khasi, and as well in Garo. So all 3 language is there. So I think it's a big thing and it's a big achievement for the state, and I think it's gonna benefit large for the people of the state. And I think this is also one of the one of the issue where I think we are showing that we are fully concerned regarding raising and pushing for the inclusion of the Khasi under the 8th schedule.
In future,